Hello folks, this is my first video for YouTube. I'll be shooting the video with me and my son. The whole focus around this video is sports card collecting, mainly baseball cards. And so I collected baseball cards back in the late 80s, early 90s, all the way up to the first part of the millennium. And started collecting for a while, just got back into the hobby about 2 months ago. So now my son's at the age where I can start bringing him along into the hobby itself and trying to get a general idea of what to be doing. So these videos are kind of me and my son learning the hobby again for myself, and then introducing himself into the hobby. With that being said, my name is Anthony, my son is Brady, and so as we start going through this, kind of initially do this video, what I wanted to do was, a few months ago when I got back into the hobby, I really wasn't sure what to purchase from a baseball card standpoint. So what I wanted to do was just kind of give you a rundown of some of the cards that I purchased over the past few months. The way folks that are new to the hobby, or for those returning to the hobby, have a general idea of what they may be interested in. And so without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. And the first one is, this is the leather and lumber. This is a pretty big collection. When I first started back, it came out a few months ago. And so what I want to do is just kind of run you through the cards, so you'll have a general idea what they look like, some of the subsets, autographs, and some of the relics that come out too as well. So as you can see here, this is the base cards, and so they're pretty nice looking. And then and you get them here, just some of the insert cards. There's a Albert Pujols Slugfest, Equalizer, there's Bat Patrol, Rod of Carew. So these are some of the cards that I've got just recently out of these packs. Maple Ash, just Ryan Sandberg. So you still have some old players, Hall of Fame players. Some of the major superstars back in the 90s, 80s and 90s will be in here too as well. Another Equalizer card, and here's a pretty good looking card. It's just so it's a relic card. It is a Taylor Ward rookie card, but it's also a glove with a signature. So it's a pretty nice card. It's out of 99. So it's one of the cards I got out of these packs. I only bought a few of these packs. I think I bought 3 of these packs. So not a whole lot of cards that I purchased. And the Chris Sale, another relic card here, Max Zepler, 3 different relics on that card. And then, but yeah, that's just kind of general idea of what the leather and lumber looks like. And so you have a general idea if you're interested in purchasing those. That's kind of what they are. All right, take those. All right, so the next ones we're going to go through. These are the Topps cards from 2019, and they have kind of the throwbacks. So we'll go through these real quick. I didn't really get any good cards out of these packs here. From a price standpoint, a little cheaper on the spectrum, but it does have some of that nostalgia of some of the older cards, the throwback cards. So nothing really extravagant I got out of here. There's a Mike Trout card. So nothing real great. But I mean, it's just a for those that like the look. I mean, it is a cool look. I do like the way these cards look. So from the Topps Heritage, I didn't say that. The Topps Heritage, that's the throwback, the actually cards. And so they are some pretty nice looking cards if you like that, the older card look. And a few more that I went through. And so nothing too great in these cards here. but I did want you to get a chance to see these. So these cards here, the Topps Heritage, all these cards that I'm showing you are from 2019. This is the current year cards. This came out this year that I've purchased. Be careful, son. And so just wanted to take a look at those. Here's some of the rookie cards. That's what they look like. It's a lot of 2 players, 3 players. There's the Orioles. So there's some of the rookie cards. So you have a general idea what those look like too as well. Of course, that's the big thing right now. Everybody's collecting rookie cards. So a lot of these sets now, I've noticed that there's a lot more rookie cards in prospect cards in these newer sets as opposed to the older stuff back in the 90s. The next set I'm going to go through is the Donruss. Donruss has been around for a while. I started collecting Donruss back in the late 90s, or late 80s, excuse me. But this is the modern looks. There is some insert cards in these, but this is the look for the base set. And then some of the Diamond King cards, which has always been something that you've really come to know from a Donruss standpoint. And so you still have the Diamond Kings from the earlier sets. That's something they still have. And so there's a chance to look at those Albies. Big Braves fans. We are from Georgia. So any modern Brave is still collects Freddie Freeman. So we do collect Braves cards. Growing up, like most kids, I collected Griffey and Frank Thomas. It's called Tucker Rookie. And those and Chipper Jones. Those are 3 main that I collected. I collected others like Cal Ripken Jr. And there's a card that's out of, it's hard to see, 222. It's a weird number, but so you get quite a few of those too as well. Some of the refractor cards that's in this set, and gold cards too as well. But I collected some of the main all-stars, Cal Ripken Jr., Roger Clemens, Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa. Those folks I did collect, but for the most part it was mainly Griffey, Thomas, and Chipper Jones. So my son's still trying to figure everything out. Obviously the Cunha, Freddie Freeman from the modern day Braves. So, but he's still learning, trying to figure everything out and see who he wants to collect. So it's a nice looking card, gold card. So a lot of my cards I've had for a long time. I was in the military, so I moved around quite a bit. These cards were something that always was in tow every single time we moved somewhere. Wife didn't really care for it because they were heavy and just seemed to kind of get in the way. There's a nitrate refractor card from Donruss. And so this became almost like a paperweight almost. So they it was nice to actually get back into the hobby and actually do something with the cards I've had sitting around for 20, 30 years. So the next cards I'm going to show you is the Topps Gypsy Queen. I was looking cards, kind of got that the artistic cards, so they look a little different, but they are kind of cool looking. Some decent cards in here. This is some of the inserts here: Fortune Teller, Freddie Freeman. Some of the base cards is an insert, the Magician. So this is kind of what they look like. And so you get a general idea what these guys look like too as well. And so we've got some pretty decent cards out of these packs that I've opened up this year. A lot of rookie cards. Like I said, if you are into collecting rookie cards, 2019, I'm not sure Years prior to this, just got back into it a few months ago, but 2019 does have quite a few rookie cards in it. So we are just now getting into it and kind of see what we have here. And these cards I purchased, like I said, I've been purchasing a few of them, opening up packs, and just kind of putting these to the side for this initial video, the way you guys would have an understanding what to look forward to when if you decide to join the hobby. And one big thing right now that I'm noticing, seems to be most folks are collecting autographs. Here's an autograph right here. Raisel Iglesias, pitcher for the Reds. So do get quite a few autographs in these boxes and packs. I bought a few packs, and mostly I'm buying blaster boxes. So that's kind of what I've been purchasing. Just seem to get more bang for your buck doing that. So that's the reason why I've been purchasing these. And most of the time I've bought all my cards from Walmart and Target. That's kind of where I've been going to. And I did purchase some 5 wax boxes from the early 90s from Baseball Card Exchange. I purchased those, and I'm going to open those up here on the channel too as well. But the first video, like I said, I wanted to introduce myself and my son, so you guys would get to know us first before we start moving into the other stuff. Alright. But that's kind of it for the Gypsy Queen. Alright. And along the same line, there's Allen and Ginter. These cards almost look sort of basically just like the Gypsy Queen cards. But there's something very unique about the Allen and Ginter sets. They have quite a few cards that are not actual sports cards, sports players. You get a lot of these mini cards, usually 1 per pack or almost 1 per pack, and it's a 3-legged race. So you get some pretty odd cards, kind of unique. Just something to a little different, especially if you had younger kids that like seeing stuff a little bit different, and you're trying to get them into the hobby. It's something to take in consideration that they may like these cards a little more because they're not just baseball cards. And there's the zoo cards of a rhinoceros, looks like Bo Jackson there, and a gorilla infant. So some unique cards. There's a Mike Trout baseball, and that's an insert card too as well. But baseball star signs. Once again, you get Don Mattingly. So you got some superstars from the 80s and 90s. The George Brett, Sandberg, Bob Feller. I think 50s and 60s, I believe, is when he played. So you have quite a few older folks in here. There's Dave Winfield. So the color cards they have, these airplanes. I'm not sure the whole idea behind these. It's a submarine on it, but I guess it's a type of airplane. So got quite a few of those in here. Just some different stuff. There's another one here. But for the most part, you get these almost like drawn portraits. There's a club, Paul Molitor, and so you got quite a few of these cards here. There's a horse, Carton. No, he's not a baseball player. Augie Carton. Let's see. There's a Cespedes Family Barbecue. So there's some neat stuff in here. Paul Goldschmidt, Barry Larkin. So there's some things that you may get some of your younger kids, there's a Griffey, interested in. It's Post Malone. So, like I said, having this different type of cards may actually intrigue them and get them more interested into the hobby itself. So it is kind of a cool thing. And then got a few more cards here to look at from this set. mini card, one of the horses. So it's a little different. All right, let's save those. This set here was just released, so I do want to go over these. This is Topps Chrome. I like these cards, I like the way they feel. Now the only thing with this, you have to be careful. Like I said, once again, a lot of rookie cards. These cards are very slick. So when you start stacking these, if you're not careful and don't pay attention, they will slide off each other and fall on the floor. Learn that from personal experience. So just be careful with that. These cards are a little, they are extremely glossy. Tatis Jr. There's a rookie card for him. Each row. So these cards are, I like these cards. They are a newer set that just came out. And I do like the way these cards look. There's a refractor there. And so these are kind of cool. I do like these. I purchased a few boxes of these, a few blaster boxes of these. So do those first time. Get them all organized, then put those over there. I'm getting them mixed up. So cards are very thick, very good cards. There's the back of the cards if you don't see the back. So they are very nice. It's Christian Yelich. So there are some good cards in here. I would recommend purchasing these. So no taunting. So there is some cards in here that's from value standpoint. I think you can get some good cards worth a little bit of money in here. But overall, holding their value, these cards they're really thick. You can see there, and so don't get damaged. It should hold their value a lot longer. This is just some of the refractors here, and I like this card here. This is a Mike Trout and Acuna, Topps Chrome Greatest Returns. There's the back of that card. I would like to see something like that with a relic or an autograph, but it's a good insert card. And so these cards are nice. There's one of the signatures I got. I think I only got one signature out of the 2 or 3 boxes I bought of these blaster boxes. Another Tatis Jr. So the Pete Alonso rookie. So they aren't as prominent as some of the other stuff, but like I said, these cards are nice cards. I do like these cards. So there's the Trout 80. That's the Juan Soto. I think I do have an 84 Trout somewhere in here, I believe. Careful, son. All right, and then it's an O'Hearn. Got there Molina. Ohtani 84. But that's it for the Topps Chrome. Got 3 more that I want to show you. I'm going to start off with these right here. I do have quite a few of these. These are the Bowman Platinum. And I do like these cards. They're not as glossy, as slick as the Topps Chrome. But they still have a little bit of gloss to them, the way they look. They look kind of neat. Once again, they're thicker, not as thick as a Topps Chrome. They are pretty nice. And Bowman's always been known for rookie cards. Prospect cards coming out prior to them becoming stars. The Trout. I don't see a lot of rookie cards in here. Some of these cards may actually be, I may have stuck the rookie cards all in one spot for these cards here. I don't remember. Like I said, I just put these cards together. I separate them by category, and just put them off to the side for right now for this video. So I may have actually taken all the rookie cards and put them to the side. Camera started to lose a little bit of focus there. All right, so overall, this is a pretty nice cards too as well. Make the stack smaller, son. You're starting to drop the cards. You need to pick that many up at one time. See? Come here. And be careful on the slide through the table. So there's the what those cards look like, and so you get a general idea. Here is a some of the refractors. That's what the refractors look like. A couple of those. Aaron Judge Platinums, insert card there. And for the most part, that's about it for these cards here. Might try. We'll run through all of them. Like I said, I am just running through the cards that I've received so far this year. I've purchased all packs. Not real big on individual cards. I used to be, but unfortunately, it's a Christian Pache, and but the hobby died down in the late 90s, and you don't see card shops like you used to. So now if you want to buy individual cards, use it through eBay. Justin Verlander. Let me show this right here real quick. I actually went through, instead of going through a few of the cards I had in the box, and I found this just sitting down in one of my boxes. I took it out, put it in this. I did put it in the top loader, but but that's kind of what the it's a Verlander rookie card. So yeah, I found that in a box just sitting there collecting dust. And let's see if I can get through so I don't take forever on the video here. But there's some more of the insert cards, more refractor cards. It's our Pujols. And one thing I did want to show you, so like I said, I started collecting back in the 90s. And one thing that's the reason why I started going back through my cards again, back in the late or early part of 2000s, I had purchased some cards in 2001, and when I purchased them, I opened the packs up, didn't know if anybody's worth anything. I just put them off to the side. A couple years later, I started going through a Beckett and found a card, a rookie card, that I thought I may have had. The name sounded familiar. And went back through my cards and found this card in one of my boxes. So this is the Our Pujols rookie card, the Donruss Elite 2001. Not the refractor or the die cut card, but this is probably my most prized possession from a baseball card standpoint. So I do have this card. I've had it since 2001. Got this out of a pack. Talk about being lucky on that one. But I found that in one of my boxes, just sitting there collecting dust. So for those of y'all who don't go, who does have cards sitting around collecting dust, I would recommend going through them just to see what you have in there. Started finding quite a few cards, like most kids, are in shoe boxes, and so they're sitting there collecting dust. Went through a few of them. I found the Verlander rookie card, and the Pujols rookie I found about a year or two after it came out. Once again, in one of my boxes, just collecting dust. So I started going to this Vladdy Jr. So I started Pete Alonso. So I started going through these my cards and found those. Tatis Jr. again. So there's some good rookie cards in here. Some of the up-and-coming stars in the sport. There's an autograph. Tristan Pompey. So you can get autos too. There's another one. Pablo Olivares. There's some autographs in here. Kobe Allard. I think he was just traded. So from the Braves are trying to get a closer and to fix their bullpen, and traded Allard away. Part of that deal. And there's a card numbered at 150. Alright, that's kind of it for the Platinum. Bowman Platinum. But like I said, I just want to show you those cards. Now I got 2 more sets I want to show you. Now this one was the first pack that I bought when I got back into the collection. I really like these cards, and there's only 100 cards in the base set. I think 150. Well, there's 50 high numbers, 100 of the base set, and they added 50 more, I believe. How it worked for a total of 150 cards in the set. But this is the Panini Diamond Kings. So you get a lot of these older players, along with folks from the 90s, 80s, and 90s. Then you start getting into some modern players too as well. These packs did have a lot of insert cards in them. So it's gives you an opportunity to give us something a little different. Vladdy Guerrero, not junior, but senior. There's a Mickey Mantle. Jackie Robinson. So you see a lot of these older players that you used to hear about growing up. There's Hogness Wagner. And along with some of the Shoeless Joe Jackson. So some of these modern players too. I really like these cards. So I bought quite a few of them. And this one right here. And Sid Williams, just like this card, Ty Cobb, and Chipper Jones. So there's Acuna. But anybody who's trying to get back in the hobby, I would recommend this. It's not a very expensive purchase. There's one of the insert cards, Acuna Team Heroes, and they are nice looking. And you get some of the older players, which is always kind of cool. And one thing from your kid's standpoint, if you're trying to get your kid into the hobby, and they probably don't know who some of these players are. There's another Acuna, another insert. There's a Mickey Mantle insert card, and so you'll be able to show them these cards and who they were. Shoeless Joe, and kind of talk to them a little bit, so you can try to learn about them. My son likes to read the backs. He's doing that right now, reading stats. This is just frame cards, the purple frame cards. There's a Babe Ruth, Joe DiMaggio, Stan Musial. See a lot of these older players too as well to kind of talk about. Ricky Henderson. This is probably going to be a giveaway. I want to give away. I do have 5 of his rookie cards, the 80s Topps cards. 3 of them are not in really good condition at all. But some folks just like collecting rookie cards, regardless of condition. So I may end up giving those away, at least 3 of them. And this you'll have in your collection. It's a free card, and we'll talk about that later as we start doing some of the giveaways, and as we try to build up this community, which is kind of the whole idea behind this. This is a very big part of my childhood, and I had a pretty bad habit when it came to cards. I mean, that was so bad. I was studying Beckett's, and I can pretty much tell you the number and the price for every card in the Beckett. It was a little bit weird, and I grew up playing baseball. I was a really big baseball fan. I did play some football too as well, but baseball was always the first real love when it came to sports. It was Roger Clemens, Frang, Yadier Molina, Pedro Martinez, another frame card, and so you get an idea of these cards here. And then so I got some more of the insert cards to show you. Daddy? Oh, got the baby coming down. Yes, babe. Daddy? Yep. Okay. All right. Some more of the insert cards here. This set does have a mini Babe Ruth collection. The Frank Thomas card. Daddy. Yes, babe. Is this you? Yep. There is some of the relic cards. There's a Chris Shaw relic. Aaron Judge red frame. A little more rare than the purple. And there's the Babe Ruth collection card. Juan Soto, a couple of those. And some of the insert cards. And then Alright, Pujols. There's the red frame. Pujols, Soto, Roberto Clemente, Yogi Berra, Sure Artist Proof, Giambi, Satchel Paige. Also, like all the other players, is Acuna, red frame. And then the rest of most of these are just going to be, oh, there's no more insert cards there. Kershaw, there's another Mantle insert. Ozzy Albies. Oh, and then the rest of them are pretty much the same cards. Alright, so that concludes the Diamond King. Now the last set is probably the cards I bought the most of. They're almost just like the Topps Chrome when it comes to the overall presentation of the card. So you'll see them very similar. But these are also Panini. This is Panini Prism. And I do got quite a few of these cards. I do want to run through these real quick before we call today. Alright. So these are the Prism cards. This is what they look like. They got quite a few refractor cards, different colors, pink. And but there is some pretty nice just some signatures in this. There's one out there, penmanship, Joe Musgrove, fireworks card, quite a few insert cards too as well. No baby. And Simmons, the red refractor. And there's the base one right there is the base cards. A little different color. Another one too as well. I don't think this is numbered. No, that's not numbered. So this is what the insert they look like. And this has been the card I have purchased the most. I just like the way the cards look. I like the way they feel. There's the zebra refractor. No baby. And there's those cards. I'm not going to take out too much more of your time, though. I did want to go through these cards real quick, just so you can have an idea what they look like, some of the different cards that's in this set. So you will know what you're looking for. There's another autograph, Ryan Messenger, rookie card. Mariano Rivera, just conducted to the Hall of Fame right there. Which I'm actually going through my cards now. I had quite a few 92 Bowman cards. I had some Rivera cards. I am not sure if I have his rookie card or not. That's part of my exploration back through my my old cards. You can leave them right there, son. It's fine. No, right there. Not there. There you go. And but yeah, that's what those cards look like. Let's see if I get any other insert cards in here that's may intrigue you. Oh, there's another one. Matt Chapman, I think it's at a 60. Yep, at a 60. So it's a nice card there. All the refractors are numbered. So from a scarcity standpoint, it does help the value a little bit from a lot of these cards. But if you are looking for some nice rookie cards, there are quite a few in here. Another refractor there. I'm not sure if that's numbered or not. It was at a 62 as well. Anthony Rendon. This card here is kind of cool. I got this. It's a Mike Trout card. And it's a P1. Cards look very different. I looked on eBay the other day. I think it was listed for 50 or 60 bucks. So this is kind of a cool card. Another one of the cards I got out of the pack. So that would probably be up on eBay here soon. Started selling cards here on eBay recently. Basically just to purchase more cards, sell cards. Leave them right there, son. That's fine. You gotta move those. No, that's it. And so also, purchase cards, sell them, and then so I can buy more cards and hopefully improve the quality of the videos. This was my first one. There's another card, and it's set at 150. So let me know what you think. Any feedback you may have. I welcome all feedback, positive and negative. Want to get better at what I'm doing here, and if you have any recommendations to try to improve video quality, let me know. Stop, bud. There's another, I think it's a snake skin, I believe. And it's at a 50, Manny Machado. Let's see. Alright, let's see what else we got in here we can take a look at. Some other fractors. They're fine. This is at a $2.99. So there's quite a few cards in here that are. There's another autograph. Pro penmanship, Chance Cisco. So there are a lot of cool cards in this set. I just really like the cards. The Bryce Hopper Stargazing. I don't think it's an insert or a numbered card. No. That one I think is at 150. But you get a general idea of what the cards look like. I got a few more, but it's basically get an idea what they look like. Baby's getting a little restless. Real quick though, before we do go, a couple of things I'm going to do. Have some openings. Like I said, I just got back into the hobby, and I figured the best way to get my son into the hobby is kind of go over more than what I know. I know quite a bit about the 90s cards as opposed to the newer cards. So I'm going to start there, and I'm going to do that with you guys. So this is 93 Stadium Club. I'll break that box open so you'll see that. I got these two here. This is 94 Leaf. I really like Leaf cards when I was growing up. So I do have Series 2 and Series 1. So we are going to break those open too as well. Got Frank Thomas on the front of those. And then we have the 92 Leaf Series 1. And then the last one's going to be 91 Studio. So we'll break those open. And what I may do from like I said, the whole reason behind this channel is to sell cards, to purchase more cards. So what I may do is just what a lot of folks are doing now on YouTube is selling the corners. So you got 4 corners, usually 1, 2, 3, 4. So top left, top right. As you see, they're all sealed. So we're going to crack those open. Give you guys a chance to take a look at those. And what I may end up doing is just selling the cards by lot or by team. I haven't decided yet. Also, the Marlins and the Rockies started in '93. So what I would do for the 92 and the 91 and 92 sets, I would just give you guys one purchase would be the Rockies and Marlins all together for one team. So you get doubled up from the 93 and the 94 cards. So I'll crack those open, and that'll be the next video. Outside of that, please leave some comments down below, and then let me know your thoughts, and just tell me how you get back into the hobby. If you are back in the hobby, if you're thinking about getting back into the hobby, let me know. And then like I said, we'll start doing some giveaways here pretty soon. The first one, like I said, is probably going to be the Ricky Henderson rookie cards, and I did have them right here.